right, it is time. Once again, our favorite part of the program. We're going off the collar. Father Eric Schild, esteemed pastor of St. Joseph Maumee, joining us now to field a few questions. I say questions in quotation marks.
Yeah, there's one good question among them. Let's just say that.
Father, how are you?
Well, what I find fascinating, Ron, is right after you said the word esteemed, you started to giggle.
It slipped out. I'm sorry.
I guess I'm trying to figure out what that meant, but I'm going to assume it was something good.
Dave was making faces at me. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, let's just say I'm in counseling, and she makes me bring these questions every week. And she says it brings great insight.
All right, we have 3 questions for you. I'm going to ask you a ridiculous one, and then Dave's going to ask you another kind of a crazy one, and then we're going to ask you a serious one. So we get to see all sides of Father Schild.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, there could be a few more sides, but
that's true.
That's more of a fat joke.
Okay, question number 1 for Father Eric. If an alien studied only your behavior for 24 hours, what completely incorrect conclusion would it make about humanity?
An incorrect conclusion?
We'll come to some conclusion.
And we're going to narrow it down to 1, though we could probably talk about several. Let's just narrow it down to 1.
I think that they would probably narrow it down to the conclusion that probably that's a good question. Maybe that they probably the sheer amount of people that I can talk to in a given day, they probably would make the assumption that other people do the same. Because, again, being the raging extrovert that I am always talking to people and, always and keep a pretty full schedule and all that kind of stuff. And they probably would assume, he probably, that everybody knows that many people and is, doing all that kind of stuff. Every time I go out to dinner now with some of my, some of the guys that I mentor, and they always do an over-under on how many people I'm going to know at the restaurant. Now that's part of it because I go to a lot of restaurants. So then when you can't cook, you got to go to restaurants.
Yeah, they would come back saying the average male on Earth speaks 22,937 words per day. And it really is 821. But no, they're hanging out with the wrong guy. Yeah. You would put the rest of us to shame.
My staff member, Abby Spillis, always says that Father Schild has a minimum of a 10,000 word count.
All right.
Minimum.
Minimum, that's right. All right, here we go. Question number 2. Now, this one, I'm very interested here. What's the most embarrassing, and I know there's one, what's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you or the most important thing you missed because you slept through your alarm clock in your lifetime?
Oh, well.
Because you're not a guy that gets up on the first time, right? When the alarm clock goes off, your feet don't hit the ground, right?
I feel judged correctly.
Correct.
Feel judged correctly. There. I just want you to know that. So the thing that I missed, this was back in Defiance when I was at Defiance St. John's with then Father Walsh, now the bishop.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, yeah. I'm the good bishop, right? This was back in the day, okay, when you didn't have cell phones that, switched the time automatically for you, and it was daylight savings time. And it was Palm Sunday.
Oh,
I was his master of ceremonies. And so I was supposed to be over at the church at least an hour in advance, getting everything all situated and set. And, he was supposed to be up and ready to go. And all of a sudden, about 5 minutes before Mass, one of us heard a door open and we heard the musician go, "Father, Eric, where where are you guys? And we
Oh,
both
my
kind of went
goodness.
running out of the bedrooms, our respective bedrooms, and we both looked at each other like, oh crap.
Both of you.
Wow.
Oh, no.
And so we just said, oh, we're coming. And praying the rosary.
With our eyes closed in meditation.
I swear, we were praying the rosary. Yeah, the rosary.
That's hilarious. I love that.
Oh, it was an awful feeling,
Yeah.
and we just, we get over there, and everybody, of course, figured out what happened.
Yeah.
So they're all laughing, and we're, anyway.
Palm Sunday.
That was embarrassing. Palm Sunday of all things.
All right. Here's your third question, Father, and it's a serious one. We are, in Thursday of the second week of Easter today. So your question is to ask you to share your thoughts on how you imagine the moment of Jesus' resurrection.
So, one of the things that the image that just, maybe the word I should say that just kept coming to my mind as I was praying about the reading for Easter Sunday was the word stone, rolling away that stone, and it was that stone that, it gave a lot of people a sense of false security, right? The guards and, you had Pilate and all these guys that, had a false sense of security. But just that sense of when that stone got rolled away and the Lord walked out. I watched the Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ on Good Friday, and and they have a great image of Jesus, walking out of that tomb, and it was just like, yeah, go get him.
Yeah.
Here he is back and he's going after it, and I think that's kind of what I like. I just picture him kind of coming out with this amazing confidence that instills confidence in us that we can, that whatever stone has been rolled in front of us that we think is just immovable, maybe it's a sin, or maybe it's a struggle, maybe it's a broken relationship, maybe it's despair, or anxiety, and it's like the Lord just wants to roll away that stone and give us a lot of freedom. And I think that that's a pretty cool thing to think about these days.
And you just think about literally the power of the resurrection, right? You're looking at the Shroud of Turin, and they're saying it's like an atomic energy, that a bomb's going off that caused that image to be able to appear on that shroud, and the energy that must have been present there. It's pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing, is darn right.
Yeah.
Boy, another great off-the-collar Father Eric Schild. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Great to be with you all.